Hello, my friends. I'm Peymon Motahede, the president of Freedom Mosque, which I created in 1996. In this very short video, I will answer the question whether when you sell a real estate, should the escrow, title, or closing attorney report the sale of your real estate, home, or commercial property to the IRS on a 1099 form or not. So to answer that question, we're going to go only to the official laws as published by United States House of Representatives, the lawyers in the Law Revision Council at uscode.house.gov and Supreme Court. I'm going to show you this a typical escrow instruction that this person had here. It was sent to him recently in 2020 that they want them to sign an affidavit, statement under oath of a non-foreign status, that they talk about a transfer of a U.S. real property interest. All these statements are signed under a penalty of perjury that will give you an escrow. So the question is, what is a U.S. real property interest? Well, here's from Title 26, Internal Revenue Code, folks. And the law is right here. What you see is this whole Internal Revenue Code online, available at uscode.house.gov, which I'm showing you. Okay, all the tiny font, I cut through it all for you, as you see right here. So here, Section 897 talks about disposition of investment in United States real property. But what is United States real property? That's Section 897 talks about, right? Well, it's as you see here, we go down in 897, okay, further down in section C1. It tells us, for the purposes of this section, 897, United States real property interest, right? It means, look at that, an interest in real property located in the United States or the Virgin Islands. And what is the United States? Well, let's go see. Title 26, Section 7701, definitions. That says when used in this title, Title 26, we go down to A9, United States, when used in a geographical sense, includes only the states and the District of Columbia, and the term state also shall be construed to include the District of Columbia. So United States is DC plus DC, which means the same, the District of Columbia. So real property interest, that they want an escrow for you to report you about, is a property, interest in real property, located in District of Columbia or Virgin Islands. Yes, sir. And the Supreme Court tells us in Gould versus Gould, a tax case in 1917, unanimous case, that in their interpretation of taxing statutes or laws, it is the established rule not to extend their provisions by implication. There is no implying in tax laws beyond the clear import of the language used, or to enlarge their operations so as to embrace matters not specifically pointed out. If something specific is not there, it's not there, it's not taxed. And doubts are resolved against the government power to tax. Now, let's jump forward to section 6045, talking about returns of brokers, okay? Who's the person that shall make a return like 1099s in accordance with the regulations at the Secretary, that's IRS, may prescribe? Well, section 6045 has specific definitions of who is a broker. For the purpose of this section, broker includes a dealer and other people. But what's even more important was the term person. Remember, every person is the key word. What's the purpose? In section 6045, you'd be shocked to see it. Let's go down in 6485. C, let's go. They define customer, bar exchange, and person. Includes any governmental unit and any agency or instrumentality thereof, of course, the federal government. Yes, yes, surprise, it's federal government agents and agencies, units. They are the ones that are the people who are supposed to do the closing escrow stuff. And IRS, on its page, am I required to file a Form 1099 or other information return, tells us very simply, if as a part of your trade or business, you make these payments, you must file all these various different 1099s, that they mentioned here. They're all listed here. Many, many other 1099s, like you see, sale or exchange of real estate. For the example, a person responsible for closing the transaction, 1099S. Now, what is trade or business though? That's the key word. Because remember, as a part of your trade or business, well, according to the Internal Revenue Code, Section 7701 definitions, when used in this title. What title? Title 26, the Internal Revenue Code, the federal tax laws. In its entire book, when you see these terms, that's what they generally mean. We go down to A26. Wow. The trade or business includes the performance of the functions of a public office. Again, federal offices. Okay, these are people that are supposed to 1099 you. The escrow, the title company, is not involved in performing function of public office. Therefore, they're not supposed to 1099 you at all. Now, Freedom Law School can help you with all this. Just stop this nonsense at escrow, at title company, all that stuff. So what you want to do, folks, is two things. If you have not been to our website at livefreenow.org, go there. Livefreenow.org is the first solution for you to live free of virus, deception, robbery, and slavery. And number two, go below the description of this video is a longer, fuller detail. Yes, at the end of the video, it'll come up and a description. Click on that so I can explain this to you a little bit more fully, so you don't have to be 1099 and don't have to file and pay any tax on any real estate that you sell anywhere in the 50 states. Got it? Watch the video below and have your real estate be 1099 free and tax free.